Please let me out of here!
This is 20-year-old Justin Su. Just a few hours earlier, Justin found his mom dead in the bathroom.
My mom killed herself.
Okay.
I found her dead in the bathtub. She looks so cut up. She just stabbed herself and threw herself in the bathtub. I found her drowning.
Seeing Justin as the main suspect, detectives try to break him down.
The stuff you told us doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
No, stop playing.
Are you saying that I did it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't. I would never do that, dude. I didn't, dude. I didn't murder my own mom.
Keep saying that over and over again, it ain't gonna go anywhere. I'm telling you, just why did you do it? That's all.
But everything is not what it looks like, and the real truth would leave everyone in shock.
We're learning new details tonight about the murder of a South Florida mother.
An army of police descend on a lockdown.
There's a killer on the loose.
Huge manhunt all over the county.
Something right out of a television movie.
When does this end? How much more do I have to go through to see justice in this case?
The year is 2014. On the morning of September 8th, the police receive a disturbing 911 call. The caller on the line is 20-year-old Justin Su.
What is your emergency?
Mom! My mom killed herself.
Okay.
I found her dead in the bathtub. I will.
What is your name?
My name?
Yes.
Justin Su. Oh my God, my mom.
Okay, stay on the phone with me, Justin. Are you with her right now?
Yes, I just
How old
pulled her out
is
of the bathtub. She
No.
cut herself. She looks so cut up. She just stabbed herself and threw herself in the bathtub. I found her
Is she
drowning.
breathing?
No, she's not. I
not
tried
breathing?
She's not.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Where did you cut it?
She's cut all over herself, like on her neck. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. This is a murder. I think. Her hands are tied.
Her hands are tied? When did
Oh
you find
my
her like this?
God, I'm so scared right now.
Okay.
And everything, there's a lot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. I hope our house is in rummage through. Yeah, I don't think anyone's here, but maybe they left already. But someone's.
No one else is there?
Yeah, no, she didn't commit suicide. I'm sorry today. I just thought I was good, but someone killed her. Someone killed my mom. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
As Detective Paul Williams comes to the crime scene, he is shocked by what he sees.
It was a pretty gruesome scene. Probably one of the most horrific scenes that I've investigated in my time.
The victim is 59-year-old Jill Halliburton Su.
She's bound together at her hands and at her feet, lying on the bathroom floor with multiple stab wounds about her body.
Her hands are pressed against her chest, her elbows drawn close. Cloth bounds her wrists, and a belt secures them. Additionally, an electrical cord is wrapped around her ankles. Detectives immediately suspect it to be a crime of passion, possibly a consequence of a rough altercation.
Our job is not to worry about feelings, and our job is to go about and to do the job for the victim who can't speak.
Following this, Justin Su and his father Nan are immediately taken to a police station for questioning.
You start off looking always at the person who discovered the victim and the people who were closest to or had the most to gain.
Obviously, I know as you're sitting here, you can hear your son crying, and I know that hurts. But just understand that, we have to follow procedure here.
Dr. Su tells investigators he was at his office when he decided to check up on his home security cameras. As he was looking at the cameras, he noticed a man in the ski mask ripping off and disabling cameras one by one.
Did you tell if it was a male or female?
I think it's a male.
Okay.
Like a skinny.
Okay. How old did this male look?
20-ish.
Did you tell white male, black male, or?
Looks like a white to me.
Okay.
Worried, he immediately called his son Justin, thinking it was just one of his pranks. However, Justin told him he wasn't at home and didn't know who the mysterious figure was. Justin then quickly came home to check the situation. Stepping into the house, he saw the house in chaos, stuff thrown across the floor, and all the cameras disconnected.
Basically a heated fight or altercation had occurred for the victim to get that many stab wounds.
Looking in the bathroom, he could see someone lying on the floor with legs tied in the knot. Coming closer, he found it was his mother, Jill. In the interrogation room, detectives informed Dr. Su about the shocking revelations about his son.
Where was your son today when he left the house? Let me ask you that. Where was he supposed to be?
He's supposed to go to work.
He didn't go to work.
Following this, he realizes that the figure of the suspect he described in the ski mask fits the description of his son.
And you realize what you thought you saw on that camera beforehand is sort of a pretty close description to your son.
In the meantime, Justin is sitting in the next room, waiting to be questioned. His clothes are taken to be analyzed, and a DNA sample is taken to compare it to the one found at the crime scene.
No! No! Please let me out of here!
Following this, Justin is asked if he knows who would do such a horrific crime.
Man, I really want to tell you. I really don't know. I honestly think this is just a random... I think these people have been looking at my house for a while, for the last probably 2 weeks, noticed all these cars, always have the cars out front.
While some detectives search around the crime scene, they discover a knife by the front door. It turns out to be one of Justin's knives. Justin has a love for knives and keeps a couple of them in the house. Meanwhile, the house looks like it's been tossed around, but strangely, nothing seems to be gone.
So those are all kind of things that my partner and I were recording in the back of our head that we need to address.
Interestingly enough, the camera footage from their security cameras can't be accessed since just a couple of days before the murder, their security subscription had expired. Consequently, they could only have access to the live stream video from the security cameras, lacking the ability to view past recordings due to non-storage.
So that important piece of evidence was never available.
Oh, you're screaming.
Dude, I can't be...
Down.
Man, I've been in this room way too long, man.
Yeah. Okay, listen. A lot of the stuff that we talked about earlier, the stuff you told us, doesn't make sense.
Detectives addressed Justin about a lot of inconsistencies in the story he told them.
What do you mean? Are you saying that I did it?
Yeah.
Holy crap! Oh my... No, I did. I would never do that, dude. Oh my god!
Trying to get as much information as possible, detectives continue to push Justin.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, what? What's so hard to believe?
I did that! I would break into my own...
Nobody broke it down. Now, stop playing this game.
Oh my god, are you serious?
You know how long we've been doing this job? A long time.
That's horrible that you guys would even think that I would do it. I'm sorry, but
You're sorry.
I'm gonna go...
No, you're not gonna go nowhere.
Dude!
Sensing the seriousness of the situation and the possibility that he could be the main suspect, Justin is on the edge of losing it.
I didn't do it! Oh my god! You think... Dude, listen to me on the...
Yeah, it's all bull. Your whole bullshit was a stupid plan, and you did a fucking job at the house. So you want to start coming clean? This is your only opportunity.
Oh my god.
You understand?
Your dad.
Subsequently, detectives find it strange why he would lie to his dad.
What? What did I say to my dad? I lied to my dad. I told him I was going to work.
No, inconsistency between your statement and your dad.
What am I... What?
Relax.
Hey, we just want to know why, bro.
Oh my god, I didn't do it!
I just want to know why, that's all.
I didn't do it! I didn't murder my own
You just keep saying that over and over again, and it ain't gonna go anywhere. I'm telling you, just why did you do it? That's all. And do you even feel bad that it happened? That's all. That's all I want to know.
In the next room, detectives approach Justin's dad to inform him that his son is now the main suspect in the case.
Okay, and you just said that if he did it, you would accept it? Is that what you said? If the total truth come out that he did it, I totally accept that. Okay. I'm a scientist, I go with the truth. But since my son is still my son, I would accept the truth that he did it, but before that, we need to make sure that everything is done fairly.
The police keep Justin Su in an interview room for 13 hours straight, filming everything and constantly going in and out of the room. They're trying to get as much information as possible from him. They find the whole situation strange since none of the stuff from the house was taken away.
You came in here thinking you were going to tell us that it was a robbery and that they were looking at your house for 2 weeks and all this shit. Guess what? We can sift through bullshit real fast. Okay, that's something
all those things are true. All those things I said were true.
No.
And
how do you know somebody was casing your house for 2 weeks?
I don't know, because
You're just giving us ideas. You know why? Because you're the one responsible.
No,
So stop with the bullshit.
Oh my God! No, I'm trying to help you. I didn't
It's not
know.
helping us. Guess what? We know what help is and we know what it looks like. We know what bullshit is and we know what it looks like. So stop. Stop, bro.
However, Justin firmly stands his ground, claiming he didn't do it, and has no idea who would commit such a heinous crime against his mother.
Dude, you guys got the wrong person, man. I didn't do it. I'm not bullshitting you, officers. I swear on my life.
Having no real evidence against Justin and his dad, detectives are forced to release them. Justin's friends, who were recently in the house, are also tested for DNA samples. Having all the samples, forensics compare them to the DNA found on the knife, but none of them match. However, it does match someone in the database.
We're learning new details tonight about the man arrested for the murder of his South Florida mother.
The sample matches 19-year-old Deontay Rosales, someone Jill Su hadn't met before.
Deontay Rosales is a prolific burglar, and he had multiple, over 24 burglaries.
Deontay grew up in a lower class and was nicknamed Moochie since he loved to eat. The house looks just like the ones he's broken into before. In the past, he would always go in through the back windows or glass doors, always during the day when he thought no one was home. Detectives suspect he was preparing to rob the house when he encountered Miss Sue and decided to tie her.
I think she put up one hell of a fight, tried to get away several times, which is why he felt the need to have to tie her up, bound her, and stab her and take off. He did not want to leave an eyewitness.
Soon, detectives locate Deontay through his phone and take him in for questioning.
You're going to be charged with first-degree murder. First-degree murder, okay?
What am I being charged with first-degree murder for?
Can't talk to you.
Now the main suspect in the murder of Jill Sue, Deontay, is given an attorney, Don Williams. Williams is ready to face the prosecution, who are ready to go for the death penalty.
In the beginning, the case I thought was a very defensible case.
Knowing Mr. Su first told detectives he saw a white man on the security cameras, Williams thinks he can find a way to defend the suspect.
Blackmail or?
Looks like a white to me.
Okay.
Deontay has a history of burglaries, but none of them resulted in violence. And Williams thinks this isn't something he would do.
That's not a crime that he would have committed. And I stand on that. I put my life on that. I know he didn't.
The local community quickly learn about the case and organize a protest, even paying for a billboard, seeking justice for Deontay. In the meantime, the case slowly progresses due to many hearings, but then something unexpected happens.
We're on top of breaking news. An accused killer escaping from the Broward County Courthouse more than 8 hours ago, and nobody has seen him since.
We're now seeing new video of the chaos in a Broward courtroom when a murder suspect managed to slip out of his shackles and escape last month.
Well, every indication is the escape of this accused cold-blooded killer was as carefully crafted as it was dramatic.
Deontay Williams runs away from the courtroom, finally free after 2 years in custody.
It was just so astonishing. It was just the kind of thing that couldn't possibly happen until it was happening right in front of you.
Deontay managed to get a key for the handcuffs and had people in the courtroom who gave him a sign when a car was ready to pick him up in front of the court.
Huge story, huge manhunt, all over the county.
While Deontay is on the run, the sheriff is completely furious. He can't understand how he managed to run away while a couple of police officers were keeping an eye out for him.
We will leave no stone unturned. Everything we have, bring back into custody safely, quickly, efficiently.
The police thought I had something to do with it. You know, where did he get the handcuff key to take off the handcuffs? Well, it must be the lawyer. Like, yeah, like really? Come on, guys.
After an escape, the police offer $10,000 to anyone who is willing to give out information about Deontay's whereabouts. Due to the urgency of the situation, they soon change it to $50,000.
I said, now he's going to get caught.
Soon enough, just that happens.
Deontay Rosales, an accused killer, was arrested late last night in Palm Beach County.
The murder suspect who escaped from the Broward County Courthouse last week is back behind bars today.
Deontay Rosales has been captured.
He is the murder suspect who escaped from the Broward County Courthouse last week.
Deontay Rosales is in custody.
Back in custody, Deontay writes a letter of apology to the judge, in which he explains the reason behind his escape. Your Honor, I want to apologize for escaping from your courtroom. I hope you don't take it personal, because you're one judge that I have great respect for. I felt I was at a dead end, with nowhere to turn to. I tried to appeal to everyone to prove to them I was innocent, but my voice went unheard. Safe to say now I have received enough attention, and people believe in my innocence. I just ask for you to please judge me fairly. I don't want you to be biased towards me because of my escape. When I escaped, my whole reason was to gather enough info on my case to prove my innocence. Thank you for your time.
When they get him and they look at his phone, he has not been on the hunt for the real killer. He has not been trying to clear his name. He wasn't doing anything along those lines. He was using his phone to look at porn.
Following his arrest, 8 people are charged for assisting him in escape. One girl in particular, who has never met Deontay before, especially played a part in his plan.
There's a young lady that gets charged in that. She had never met Mr. Rosales in person. She was an insurance agent, and she gets fascinated by him, and she says, I want to get married, that she wanted to marry him. So she pulled herself right into this case.
Charisma. That's just how charismatic he is.
After beefing up security, Deontay Rosales finally stands trial for Jill Su's first-degree murder. The jury deliberates for an excruciatingly long time. When they finally reach a verdict, guilty of manslaughter, typically confirming the verdict is routine, but in this trial, it becomes its own spectacle. The foreperson hesitates unexpectedly, causing tension to mount.
And you could almost hear her struggling until finally she says, no. No one ever says no. It's always yes, 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 yes.
Usually when that happens, the jury is sent back to deliberate some more until they reach a unanimous decision. However, facing the judge for the second time, they can't reach the final decision. Soon, they announce a hung jury. Following this, a new jury is selected.
It was a do-over, so you never know what's going to happen when you get a hung jury in a retrial.
Even before the jury is allowed to enter the hearing, prosecutors ask the judge to dismiss a man from the jury, who they say waved to Deontay.
Look at this direction.
On the other side, the defense didn't see it quite that way.
He did not communicate. He just lifted his hand at everybody because it was the end of the day. That's not enough to remove a juror, Judge.
Additionally, a woman working in the jury room allegedly broke a rule not to talk or mention anything about the case to the jurors.
Oh, I just saw that trial on the news this morning, something about a knife.
After all the problems are resolved, the case is finally ready to start.
The basis of this case is that man tried to burglarize the Su home. Mrs. Su was stabbed over a dozen times, all throughout her chest and neck.
The prosecution continues to present the case against Deontay, emphasizing the DNA evidence found at the crime scene.
One person's DNA at that point of entry, the defendant's.
On the other side, the defense starts off by emphasizing just one of the many unanswered questions.
Did the husband or the son have a role in the death of Jill Su?
The theory seemed to be that it could have been Justin, or it could have been Dr. Su, or it could have been Justin and Dr. Su together at the same time.
What doesn't make sense is that Dr. Su told detectives that he saw a white, skinny male, which doesn't fit Deontay's description. To address that issue, the prosecution knows they need Dr. Su to speak on his past statements.
And my correct answer should be, I don't know, because I can't tell. But at the time, I thought I had to give everything I thought, speculation included. So because everything appeared to be white, I said maybe white.
Since the video of security cameras Dr. Su saw is erased, it leaves an open-ended question of what he really saw on CCTV cameras. As the trial goes on, the next one to take the stand is Justin Su, who is visibly still affected by the scene he saw that day.
That's the first thing I see is just back of my mom's head.
just down in a bathtub that is just full all the way up to the top of just water mixed with blood.
With evidence stacking against Deontay, the defense team tries their best to emphasize Justin's inconsistencies and the fact that he lied to police detectives about where he was on the day of the murder.
Isn't it true that even after police detectives accused you of murder, you continued to lie to them about where you were?
When I was being interrogated, I possibly said that. I was under a lot of stress.
Attorneys always tell witnesses not to get defensive, but it's tough when someone accuses you of harming your own mother. Justin claims he would never do such a thing.
And under the will, there was a scenario in which you would receive $500,000 as a result of your mom's death. Correct?
What? No.
You don't know anything about it?
Yeah, no. Where'd you get that number from?
Following this, the prosecution bring another eyewitness from that day. It is the neighbor across the street, Penny Dutka.
I heard a high-pitched, shrieky sound, squealy sound.
Right then, she looked across to the Su's front door. The Su's have double doors, and one of them was partially open. She saw a light-colored object about waist-high going back into the house around noon.
We know where Justin was at noon because we have him driving out of the garage at Broward College at 12:18, 12:19.
Detectives also know Dr. Su was at his work, typing on his computer at noon, so he wasn't able to kill Miss Su. In this way, Penny manages to remove any possibility of Justin or his dad being a killer. However, it does not implicate Deontay did it. In the meantime, Deontay doesn't appear to be worried with the case, laughing and acting as if everything is normal.
He never betrays any look of worry, any look of concern. Looks like he's insulted that all of this is happening.
With so much happening, Justin and his dad wonder when all this nightmare will end, and will the justice eventually be served?
When does this end? How much more do I have to go through to see justice in this case?
Finally, after a long trial, Deontay is found guilty of first-degree murder.
Deontay Rosales, in this case, the defendant is guilty of murder in a first degree, as charged in the indictment.
He is sentenced to life in prison, with no possibility of parole. After the judge's verdict, Deontay has a final message to the judge and his loved ones.
I would never take a wife from her husband. I would never take a mother from her child. They alleged 25 times Mrs. Su was stabbed. That's beyond my comprehension. I don't possess the hate, rage inside my heart to commit such a heinous crime.
He stands by his words that he didn't kill or have anything to do with Miss Su's murder. Furthermore, he even proposed taking a polygraph test, trying anything to show his innocence.
They can hook me up to a polygraph test at any given time. Ask me any question they wish, and my answer will remain the same. I did not kill Mrs. Su. And that's all I have to say.
At the end, Non-Su has the final word to address what he thinks of Deontay.
It's all lie, because everything he said is against the fact. Of course it's difficult, because I don't want to sit there and listening to all the lie. And he's lying very well.